Welcome everyone. It's Brando Linick here coming to you from my home right now, and this is my little office. I would show you around, but it's kind of messy, and I'm excited today. We're going to be talking about business. We're going to talk about how to start a business, specifically the review I'm going to do. Alright, the business model review I'm going to do is on a currency exchange business, and this is actually probably one of the more simpler businesses you can actually get started with, and I'm going to share with you just my personal experience, what I know about it, having a couple people that I've been able to meet and get around over the last 3.5-4 years that have done this. And the first thing is, it can be as simple, okay, don't quote me, but it can be as simple as going to your local bank. So if you deal with, RBC, Scotiabank, whatever you deal with, whatever your branch is, it could be TD Trust, alright, you can go into your local bank and you can become a dealer, a currency dealer with your bank. Obviously, you got to apply for it. Most of the time what they'll do is they'll look through your credentials, alright, you have to meet a certain criteria when it comes to this of experience, but there's no hard, no foul with just trying. And this is something that I had a close friend do. They went to their bank and they asked, how they could become a currency dealer, and they became a dealer, also known as a sales associate, with their local branch. So they weren't really working for the branch, they were a third party, and every time they had someone come to them who wanted to exchange currency, okay, because they had the legal obligation to share that with them, they could have the right to then refer them to the bank, or they didn't even have to refer them to the bank. They would just let the bank know. The bank would give the person, alright, my friend, the money, and then that person would give the exchange rate to that individual. So I hope that makes sense if that's a little complicated. And in essence, alright, when you become a currency dealer with the bank, because the bank handles the money, okay, and it's an easier way instead of creating your own bank and reinventing the wheel. So you can go to the bank, you can become a dealer, a currency exchange dealer with the bank, okay, and you can offer your service by getting the bank, okay, by being kind of an affiliate, or you could call it a consultant or a sales rep, okay, you can become that middleman where every time you refer someone to the bank, every time you have business coming in, people wanting to exchange their currency, then you will get paid from the bank every time someone comes to you to exchange their currency. So someone comes to you because you're a dealer with the bank and they want to exchange their money. You then tell the bank how much they want to exchange and you'll get paid. So I hope that makes sense. I hope it's not too confusing. If you have any questions, comment down below, but that's how a close friend of mine actually got started, just by going to the bank, and then they're their own independent, I guess you could say, consultant. Okay, so I hope that's cool. Alright, that's just one example. There's a lot of different ways you could do it as well. Like I said, you could reinvent the wheel, create your own bank, but I figured I would add, in addition to this video, without getting complex and making your mind go numb, just how to build a business in general. If you're looking at this because you want to build a business, be your own boss, create your own income, my story and experience with this, before you consider starting a currency exchange business, if you hear me out here for a minute, goes back over the last year. And what happened over the last year was I actually transitioned from a traditional brick and mortar business where I was doing, sales calls with people. I was doing things with, employees, equipment, supplies. I had all that stuff, office space. I had outsourced employees. I was paying them sometimes more than I was getting paid, and I ended up putting that off to the side because I was working like 16-hour days for 2 years straight, and quit it. Came across a person who was making a multiple six-figure income their first year in business on the internet, alright, traveling, living the kind of lifestyle I wanted to live without time and money being an issue. And because they were doing this right off their computer, off the internet, which is not the only way to go, but because they were doing this without cold prospecting or without chasing people down, okay, I started to model and copy them. In less than 3 months after that, I created for myself a full-time income business working part-time. Not average, not typical, definitely not guaranteeing you the same results, but I'm sharing that with you because if you want to create a business to quit your job, be your own boss, create your own leverage, time freedom, flexibility, if that's really what you're looking for out of building a business, learn to build a business on the internet. Learn to build a business using systems online. It's the best thing you do, hands down, and it's the most profitable way you could actually build a business in today's day and age, where you can leverage the internet to do the heavy lifting for you, where you don't need supplies, equipment, employees, all that stuff, and office space, which is overhead, which takes down your income. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed these tips and additional, pointers for you that can save you blood, sweat, and tears, like I said. And, if you'd like to learn more information about building an income and business on the internet from home, Alright, in ending out this video, you can always check out my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put a link down below in the description, and I'll personally connect with you there. You'll actually see a video from myself explaining exactly how I've done this. After that, I'll introduce you to my good friend and mentor who shared this with me, who's making a multiple six-figure income right from their laptop computer. So pretty cool. Again, they worked hard at it. They learned some things, but if you're not afraid of that, I will see you on the beaches of the world. Take care.